Hello and welcome back to Big Dungeon is Big. Started, where I last left off on the floors. I don't know what floor this is. 7, apparently. I've been told by the experts that live in the top left corner of the screen. It is, in fact, the 7th floor. Lord knows what I'm going to do with this knowledge, but it's important to know. How many floors does this thing have? It either has 9 total, or there's 9 with urns on them, and a 10th one that doesn't have an urn on it, so it's not particularly important or impressive. I can never remember. I'm hoping it's 9 total. That makes my job easier and faster. And we can all appreciate that. Well, I can certainly appreciate it. Well, I've run out of things to talk about for this damn dungeon. I don't remember what I talked about last time. This part's dull. Nothing to say that hasn't already been said regarding the urns. I've seen plenty of them at this point. Kind of like how these ones are faded, I guess. That's about it. Compared to the others, I mean. But I think that's because these are the milky urns. Or are they flame urns? I can't remember. Let's find out. They are, in fact, milky urns. Yep. Kind of like that, I suppose. Other than that, I have nothing. No. I suppose I could check Tumblr while we do this. See what sort of, if any, news about Okage reigns supreme. Maybe that zine got updated, who knows? I certainly don't. I don't check Tumblr a whole lot. I have like 1 or 2 pages I really like to follow, and I just kind of have them bookmarked. And occasionally, if I'm in the mood, I will check my homepage to see what's being updated. Pages I like following include the firefighting Dex thing that's ritualistically being updated, where he's drawing every Pokemon as a fire-stroke fighting type. And being a fan of fire and fighting types, that appeals to me. Aesthetically. So I follow that one pretty well. And I check up on some friends occasionally. But aside from that, I am largely known to avoid Tumblr. Also doesn't help that these friends I check up on, they're like predominantly the ones posting anyways, so it's not like I'm missing much. Sorry. Dragon Age cartoon that I really like. Because one of my friends reblogged it, and it's very funny. Oh hey, he made a book of his firefighting types. Which is kind of cool and all, but, I mean, ultimately I have to question that. Like, they're all free online. Chief O'Brien at work, that's another one I follow. Yeah, no one's updated anything Okage related, despite me following many fan blogs, including the zine, and, yeah, just overall, it's, not the strongest fan base. Which is a shame. I think per capita, if that makes any sense, it's a very strong fan base. The few fans that it has love it with a passion, and will attack Foulmunction on sight. But, yeah, in terms of actual, like, compared to other fandoms on the internet, we are very small and weak. We're like a very sort of tiny island nation that loves our game with its fantastic characters, and doesn't let people like Foul in. And since we're all like-minded and like games like this, we probably also allow things like Undertale into this island nation of ours. Not the Undertale fans, because those guys are You know, sometimes I wish that, this game I love so much had more fans, and then I see what games with a ton of fans, like Undertale, produce and what their attitudes are like, and sometimes I'm really relieved that it's a small fan base of totally cool people, rather than a huge fan base full of toxic people. Because those seem to be the options. I would much rather be a part of a small fan base full of cool people than the huge toxic one. That's why I contribute so much to the Okage fandom. As I said, I actually have started writing dissertations on the characters. I'm starting with the easier, simple ones, so Big Bull is the only... That's full confession, Big Bull is the only one I've written about, and I'm starting with the easier, simpler ones. And I'm not going to explain why I think Big Bull is the easiest to write about as far as simple. But, because, that's sort of the point of the thing I'm writing, and I want people to go and see it. But, I suppose I could keep you updated on that if you're painfully interested. Somebody mentioned learning with Token, which was just a sarcastic comment I made would be a fun thing to do. Funny enough, I was studying to be a teacher for a while, but gave up on that. Because I'm kind of sick of school. Not that I'm aware teaching would be a different aspect of school, but the way I was going about it, I'm getting my bachelor's in English, and then I would have gone for a master's in education, which would have basically prepared me for public school teaching. I suppose I could teach at a private school, or if I really called in a few favors, I guess I could maybe get like a job at a, as a class 100 professor at a university somewhere, or a college. But, and I wouldn't mind that, I suppose, but I really don't want to go back to graduate school and get a master's in education. At least not right now. Maybe in a couple years I'll be craving the classroom again, but, currently I want to be, gainfully employed and, gainfully employed and living somewhere that isn't a cesspit with terrible internet. I was gonna say I could take one or the other, but honestly, it's the internet. If I live in a cesspit, that's fine with me, although I confess, person I'm moving in with, my lady friend, has pointed out that she would prefer not a cesspit, because, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, she's kind of short, and, would like somewhere she can go outside and not be mugged and or killed. And, I pointed out I've never really, thought about that terribly much, and she goes, yeah, no shit, you're a gigantic human being. It's like, ah, yes, fair point. So yeah, priority one is somewhere we can go outside and not get, the both of us, can go outside and not get mugged or killed, because there's plenty of places I can go outside and not get mugged or killed where that's a risk for her. That is just not for me. And, yeah, priority 2 is decent internet. Priority 3 is, this room. Something's written on it. Place a stone doll in the box in the room directly above. The room above, you say? It's actually referring to the 5th floor because, if you remember, the 6th floor, there is no room there. There is a room in that particular spot on the 5th floor. So I resent the word choice directly above, but, there it is. So yeah, priority 3, would be somewhere we don't have to drive terribly far to get to work, preferably. Priority 4, somewhere I don't have to drive particularly far to visit my parents, because if I move far enough away that, the distance would be an excuse to not visit my mother, she would throw a bitch fit and guilt me every time she saw me, and I'd rather not have to deal with that. So, just so that she won't complain, living close enough to my mom that I can visit every so often is, like, 4th priority. This isn't counting rent and shit, of course. Like, rent is also obviously... I don't know why I'm talking about this. This is what this dungeon does. It's so... pointless and long. It makes me talk about random bullshit that you guys, I'm sure, don't care about. Like, maybe you're interested in my life, maybe you're not. A lot of the people that, again, I attribute this to an awesome fan base like Okage. A lot of you guys actually seem pretty cool with me talking about my life. And, at least in the previous, like my first playthrough of Okage, some of you even encouraged it, saying, yeah, it's fun to hear you talk. Sympathize with me in a few points. Like on the bully point and how I had to play it for my little brother. As soon as I said that, I expected people to still get on my case about not liking Bully, since that has a huge fan base, and everyone's like, oh yeah, Bully's great, yeah, fantastic Bully. But no, literally everyone was like, oh yeah, been there, I played the brother card, yep, totally understandable. Not holding that against you, and I was really happy about it. It was like, oh, awesome. What a nice group of people watching my videos. In case you haven't noticed, I am loaded down with the monies. But, yeah, the achievement regarding money is to get 500,000, which I probably actually won't bother doing on camera, because that's just a grind fest, and I'll show you where's a good place to grind for it, but I'm not gonna just sit here tediously grinding away for 500,000 gold. That's, you know, no one wants to see that. Nor do I want to do it, particularly. I did it once for the achievement already. Don't need to do it again, as far as I'm concerned. I did, however, forget to do something critically important that I need to, once I'm done with this stupid grave pit, go back and get a certain item that helps with the boss fight coming up. And then after the boss fight, I need to do the tiny gear thing again, because I said I would after I beat Epros. And again, I'm at a loss of what to talk about. I can talk about who else I'm going to write in this dissertation, since, as I said, I'm using the main cast here. This includes Bayloon and maybe James. I haven't really decided. I don't think James is really central enough to the story to be worth writing about. The whole secretly being Santa from the Shadows thing is kind of funny, but I feel like that's more of just a one-off joke, and that's not really... Like, his character... you know, it's just Like, he's an icon, it's like, oh, James, oh, it's good to see you, James. How about it, James? Everyone loves James the Butler. But, you know, it's not like that, where's the other staircase? I know it's here. Oh, is this the final? Are there only 8 floors? My god. There are only 8 floors. Ah, oh, what a happy day. I acquired an old stone doll. Which, let me examine that in the items, actually. If I had known that, I wouldn't have bothered to go up and save the damn game and heal up. Completely forgot the number of, things. Number of floors in this, area. Where's this old stone doll? Where the hell? It's somewhere here. Where is it? Listen, I know it's somewhere here. It needs to be, because we have to put it in a chest later. Bottles... Old stone... There it is. How did I miss that? Stone doll with his right hand pointed straight up. You know, in case you forgot that you're supposed to be, putting it in the chest. Right, floor 5. Oh wait, I guess it is 9 floors. I completely miscounted. It's totally 9 floors, but the 9th floor is just the stone doll. It also would be on the one that's just a maze to get through. Well, at least I'm almost done with this and can then talk about the rest of the game as we proceed. Oh, god damn it. But yeah, up next, you know, as much as I like Rosalind, she would probably be one of the earlier ones I write about, because her character, I love her character, but it is pretty simple. She wants to be a hero, but of course she's just a prideful silly Billy in her heart and mind. So yeah, I believe I mentioned this is the wall I need to somehow, like if I can, find a way to glitch past. Might experiment around with it. Phantom Evil King, blah blah blah. Might experiment around and see if there's a way to glitch past that wall. That would save immense amounts of time in the speedrun. Which means I'm gonna have to rotate a save here. Now then, you old stone doll. What does it say now that I'm actually, you know, on the appropriate floor? Still that. Might be tricky, though, since I would need to glitch my way both in there and out of there. But anyways, acquired the Gear Tower key. Ta-da! Yeah, maybe glitching my way through that wall isn't the smartest idea, since I would have to glitch my way in and out of it. And I could probably do 1. 2 is difficult. But there it is. Anyway, so yeah, Rosalind would probably be pretty early. I love her character, like I said. Linda would probably be actually towards the middle, I'd say. The ones who would be very towards the end are Balloon, Epros, and Ari. Kiesling and Kiesling would definitely be towards the beginning. Marlene, hard to say. I could technically do 2 about Marlene. One about doll Marlene and one about actual real Marlene. That one's complicated. Should save the game just on principle. Got the key and everything. Let's save over the one that isn't level, like, 81. Which, by the way, there is an achievement for getting 3 characters to level 70. I'm not doing that either, but, like with the money grinding, I will show you where a good place to grind for that is. Run at the camera, you fools. There's an item I forgot. We need to head back slightly to get it. There we go. Lord knows what they do while I'm hanging out in this town. Suppose I could spend some dosh while I'm here. I have like 160k. What say you, merchant man? Buy. Rustic sword. I'm currently going with... That seems like a lot of money for a 5-point increase. Especially since I'm going for the tiny gears, which gets me the best sword in the game anyways. So... yeah, I think I'll pass on it. Ordinary rapier. Like, why even? 15... 20. See, normally he would give me her best rapier for free, but I went ahead and got my best armor instead. So I can't remember if she gets a better one later, though. I don't think she does. Oh, isn't her attack, like, plus 16 right now? Because I got her... Because that would go down. Difficult to use for the advanced... I don't know, because, again, that's ridiculously expensive.